G'day everyone and welcome back to another video. So we're almost a month away from the Shadowlands launching on the 26th or the 27th depending on where you're from. I've been playing WoW for an extremely long time and for at least probably the last 4 expansions I've hit them really hard for the first few weeks or so. In Legion I was max level within about 2 days and in BFA me and my friends we were probably about max level within the first 10 hours. In fact we were the first about 10 people to be level 120 on our server. Expansion launches are new, exciting, and they're probably the most fun time you'll have playing an expansion in World of Warcraft. Everyone is finally back onto a level playing field. Everything is new for everyone. Now today I want to share with you some advice and information that I've picked up and gathered along the way of hitting expansions extremely hard and really playing them to the absolute maximum within the first couple of weeks or so. So when you first start, you'll either be leveling on your own or you could be leveling within a group. Both methods are viable and can be done extremely fast. Whichever you choose, the main thing is that you are enjoying yourself. There is nothing worse than grinding for hours and hours on end doing something that you really don't like and it really sours the experience and makes it 100 times worse. Now when you're leveling within a group, there are a few things that you might need to keep in mind as you go along. The first being that you are leveling in a group. You will only be as fast as your slowest member. Now I want to remind you that that is fine. In BFA, leveling as a group was extremely fast. It doesn't matter if someone's a few seconds behind, handing in a quest or finding an item or things like that. If you leave a group member behind, you ruin the experience not only for them but for yourselves and you really tarnish the whole experience. Another thing to organise is having breaks. I know that I just said not to leave people behind. However, you need to make it clear that breaks are for a certain time period and one person should not be consistently making everyone else wait for them coming back from a break or doing things like that, getting a drink. It becomes quite tiresome and it can really slow the whole experience down, and also you don't want to be that person yourself. Another thing to make sure that you do when you're leveling with a group is to try and set clear goals as well as clear sort of rules and obligations and expectancies from everyone in the party. You need to make sure that everyone is doing their part but also that they're pulling their weight. And finally, I will say, just to be friendly and kind to your group members while you're doing it, whether you're talking in game or on Discord, these can be really long days. People get tired and worn out, and remember to keep everything just light and friendly. A big fight can easily ruin the group leveling experience, and then as soon as you've gone from group leveling to then solo abruptly, it can really ruin the whole experience. It can seem a lot slower. It can make the things, it's just not a good time for you, and it will certainly tarnish the experience that, you've been waiting to have for probably the last year or so since Shadowlands has been announced. Now, leveling solo. This leveling choice also has really its pros and its cons. For me, World of Warcraft is a social game. I love interacting with people within the game, and for others this may not be the case, and they enjoy the storyline and a more solo approach to the content that Blizzard has provided us. In saying that though, while you are questing, maybe you have a quest that has a large amount of mobs to kill, or it can be a bit tricky, or even an elite quest. Don't pass up the opportunity to maybe look around and see if there's anyone in the area that is doing the same quest as you and invite them and party up with them. It can make these long laborious quests so much faster and make the whole experience go a lot faster. You'll hit max level faster, as well as just it will make it easier for you. And this all just makes for faster questing and faster storyline progression if that's what you're interested in. And after all, World of Warcraft is an MMORPG, so do take advantage of these situations if they arise along your journey. Now moving into the launch day and the following week or so, I know a lot of people take time off work, but also if people don't, all their free time is spent sitting at the computer playing World of Warcraft. So playing for a long time can actually take a great toll on your body. And yes, I know you may be sitting in a chair, but there are a lot of factors that can weigh you down mentally as well as physically. Now one thing to keep in check is the fact that you need to make sure that you are sitting correctly, and yes, there is a way to sit correctly, so you want to make sure that you're not slouching or putting too much pressure on your back. A long time of this can cause you great pain, and when you lie down in bed for the night, you'll definitely feel it, and in the morning too. You should try to optimize the height of your monitors or monitor so that they're at eye level. This will reduce the strain on your neck and your back and your shoulders, as well as also making sure that your monitor is about almost arm's reach away from you. That is probably, I think, it's the recommended distance to be from you. So all these little things, they may seem minor, but after hours and hours and hours of gameplay, they certainly do take a toll, and you need to make sure that you are really kind of micromanaging or min-maxing, as you like, to make sure that you're not going to end up sore or feeling like shit. So that's just the best way to be. Now, as I said before, you will be sitting for long periods of time, so it is really important to stand up and have a break. By getting the blood moving in your body again, you can refresh yourself and your mind. Need we only look back at the classic launch where I think it was Tips Out or one of the other people at the event or something like that, they actually got sent to hospital. You're sitting for long times, periods, it can really make you, it's not good for you. We're not meant to do that as humans. It can also produce blood clots and other things like that, and they come to your heart, your brain, you're dead. So obviously I'm not saying that that's going to happen to you, but it is a precaution that we all need to make to avoid. So standing up and taking breaks and going for a walk and maybe going outside and just pulling yourself away from the world of Warcraft, for a moment, it can really help, and it can really increase the longevity of your playtime and how you feel and your attitude towards it all. Now, I know I'm going to sound like everyone's mum here, but most importantly is your diet, what you have while you're playing the game and while you're going through the launch and all of those things. So sure, it's launch, why not get a pizza, and then you can't be bothered to get up and do anything else because you're playing. So you order something and then you get something from Uber Eats later because same thing, you can't be bothered, you're playing, you don't want to take a step away and do anything else. On top of this, you might be drinking soft drink, coffee, things like that, and also maybe energy drinks. That's a big one for a lot of players out there. So this is what you should not be doing. This can create a lot of problems for you, and it really makes the whole experience so much worse. Now, on BFA launch, I was playing for WoW, I think about 17 hours straight the first day. All I had eaten was junk food. I had been drinking Peppy Mac. On top of this, I also had 3 V cans. And for those of you who don't know what they are, they're an energy drink. I had about 3 500ml cans. So that's 1.5 litres of energy drink. So this entire experience was absolutely fucked. At one point, I reckon I could smell colours and taste sound. At the age of 24, going to bed, I should not be having palpitations. Now, going to the classic launch, my friends and I decided that we would do it entirely differently. We were going to be healthy. And this decision would make a world of difference. So, sure, I had pizza throughout the day, but all I drank was water. I also had apples and bananas on my desk. I had other snacks that did make me feel sick, or like I was obtaining the 7th and 8th sense. In this area, my best advice would be to stay healthy, do the right things, eat well, make sure you move around and take breaks. By doing this, you should be able to increase your level of enjoyment by the launch by about 73%. So with all that said, I want to thank everyone who's made it to this point in the video. I would really appreciate if you could leave me a like or a subscribe on YouTube. Leave a comment of your past launching experiences, what you think you'll be doing this launch experience. I'm really interested to see what people do, whether you're taking time off, things like that. Come follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/auraparty. Come Shadowlands, I'll be streaming a lot of World of Warcraft. I mainly focus on healers. And other kind of meme specs like Ret Paladin or Feral Druid, but mainly healers. But thank you again for watching, and remember to have fun out there and be kind to each other. Thank you very much.